Hey gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey, and this is the way the new Tacoma TRD Pro should look when you're out here just outside of Gilmer, Texas at Barnwell Mountain. I am at Toyota Jamboree, and I am checking out this new TRD Pro Tacoma. Stay with me for more because I've got the keys. Yes, gearheads, I am at my favorite off-road testing grounds of Barnwell Mountain, just outside of Gilmer, Texas, where Toyota has brought their newest off-road offerings here in the new Tacoma TRD Pro. Land Cruiser is out here, the new 4Runner is out here, and I am absolutely loving the sea of Toyotas as far as I can see. But as per usual, let's talk about what powers this thing right here. This being the TRD Pro version, this is the top trim of the new Tacoma, and that means it's using that iForce Max hybrid 4-cylinder powertrain underneath the hood here, made evident by all the orange cables for that high voltage stuff. Can't see we get a TRD airbox with exclusive intake on this, but yeah, absolutely insane the amount of power and torque that these little 4 cylinders are able to push out. And given it's a Toyota, once they figure out how to make this and make it right, they're going to be making this engine for decades. Yes, gearheads, as we close the hood on this one, this is exactly how a Toyota should look after visiting Barnwell Mountain. Covered, absolutely covered in good East Texas red dirt. I unfortunately do have the keys, but cannot drive this one. Again, there is just an absolute sea of people out here. Toyotas as far as the eye can see for Toyota Jamboree. So unfortunately, no, I am not driving this one in this video. I did not get it this dirty, but I cannot wait until I am able to, because yes, this is my home off-road test ground. This being the TRD Pro version, we can talk about all the upgrades and improvements that we have on this vehicle. We've got the requisite skid plate, bash plate underneath, the TRD tuned suspension, all the good off-road bits up front. This does have rigid fog lights up front that you can switch between white and amber. You've got that high intensity light bar up front for wheeling and for low. And then as we pull around to the side, you can see we've got those big black painted over fenders that help give this thing a wider stance because of, again, that TRD tuned suspension. And as we come around to the side, Goodyear Wrangler Territory RT tires. That does differ from the SUV version of this vehicle in the new 4Runner. We did not see Goodyear Wrangler tires on those. Those were Toyos. As we look at the wheels, they are TRD specific wheels. You can't tell because we've East Texasified and red dirt covered these black wheels, but these are TRD specific wheels. These are, what are they? Let's see here, 265/70 R18. So I appreciate that Toyota is not going any larger than an 18-inch wheel on an off-road vehicle. You can see, again, everything's covered in red dirt, but TRD specific front suspension, red everything up here. All the components are, if I can clean it off, TRD branded. You can see there's some letters right back there, but yes, this is, again, how you expect to see them when you come out here to Barnwell Mountain to truly put these things through their paces. I really like the contrast black roof to the white paint on this one. Coming back to the back of this one, we do not have leaf springs. So leaf springs are slowly fading out in the entire pickup truck market. And yeah, so we've got a coil over springs back here. Again, TRD tuned suspension. This rides on a fully boxed new frame, the TNGA-F platform that also underpins, yep, you guessed it, the new 4Runner, the new Land Cruiser just over there, the new Tundra right there, the new Sequoia right there, and a few Lexus products in the LX and GX. So Toyota is definitely getting their money's worth out of this new truck architecture, their TNGA-F platform. That is their new truck architecture. Some interesting tidbits I will show you, differences between the 4Runner version of this platform and the Tacoma version of the platform definitely back here in the back. So on the PreRunner, you can see spare tire back behind, up underneath. Again, they had to find a place for the hybrid batteries somewhere. That's actually in the back cargo area, deleting the third row. And then we've got a fairly low exhaust tip back there. Again, that one's a pre-pro unit, but coming back to the back of the Taco, you can see everything's packaged just a little nicer and neater back here. We also have an ARB specific bumper back here, ARB recovery hooks back here, all of which we do not see on the PreRunner TRD Pro. That thing is a little more civilized, a little more domesticated for its SUV lifestyle. And then we've got side exit exhaust versus rear exit exhaust, again, helping with that departure angle. As we come around and look at those two red recovery hooks, you can see height mount jack points. That is actually standard across the entire Tacoma lineup, which is very impressive. And then coming back, of course, being a Tacoma, we do have a fully composite bed. I'm gonna make sure this vehicle's unlocked so that I can open the tailgate right here. It is a power tailgate, up and down. That is not something you typically see in the midsize segment, but yes, a full composite bed back here. And then on certain models, you get air compressors back here. I know the Trailhunter gets an air compressor, but you can see we've got power, USB power hidden under there. And then we've got some additional power over here on this side as well. So that's a nice touch. We've got LED lighting all the way around. And then if you need to, let's see, does it do the thing? Yep. Doesn't have to be pushed much, but it'll lift up and close for you. Another thing that you can do very nicely and neatly, if your hands are full, you can just hit that button on the side of the tail light and get that thing to open. But interestingly enough, unlike Tundra, which also gets that, it does not get the passenger side version of that. So we get either side of the vehicle, both sides, and up or down from those. So you can open and close it from here, over there. All very nice, very interesting ways that you can interact with the vehicle. You can also do it from the key fob right here. So typical Toyota key fob. As we come around to the vehicle itself, in the cabin of the vehicle, you can see a very nice interior on this one. I'm loving the red contrasting with the black and the white. You know, GT colors. You can even see we've got red, black, and white all here on the digital camo pattern hidden inside the perforation. Toyota's been doing that a lot lately. Very subtle touches to the interiors of their vehicles, and I really like it. Get that TRD branding here. We'll talk more about these seats in just a moment, but taking a look at the door panel, yes, we get padded armrest here, seat material here, very nice. Everything you would expect here. Power seats, but unlike the PreRunner, no memory seats on this one. We get four-way lumbar. That's a nice touch. Power adjustments. Go ahead and climb in. No A-pillar mounted handle on this one. So shorties like my wife, you're gonna have to grab the steering wheel, just something you're gonna have to get used to. Very typical Toyota steering wheel, full digital gauge cluster right here, large 14-inch screen here running the new infotainment system. All your typical buttons over here that you would expect. You get your tailgate drop button. You get 3 aux buttons here, not 4. Interesting that they don't give you a 4th one, not quite sure what that little poverty button's about, but we get a few poverty buttons here. You get your light bar and all that good stuff as well. Dual zone climate, heated, ventilated seats, lots of storage, USB-C up here as well as down here. Qi wireless charger, storage, stabilizer bar disconnect, locking rear diff, camera views, because you get all kinds of really awesome. We'll go ahead and see. Yes, it does fire up for us. You get your full 12.3-inch gauge cluster here, the new infotainment system here, which we will take a look at when the vehicle finally comes to life. But yeah, fully digital gauge cluster. We're used to seeing that. Get a digital rear view mirror here with the camera back on the back, so that helps you. And then you can see, yes, full large screen, full screen display here. Really like that a lot. But we're going to go ahead and hit the camera button, and while you're parked, it does this pan button or pan thing that I'm not a huge fan of, but you can see now we can put it into neutral, hit the camera button, and you can see multiple different camera views all the way around the vehicle. Very nice. Front wheels, back wheels, all the way around this thing. You can see in the bed, You can see bird's eye. You can see, you can set it to automatically come on when it's needed. You can do your trail mode, so you can see multiple different directions around you. I really like that. This is because I've got the door open. I guess I could go ahead and close that there, but yeah, you can see all the way around you in this vehicle, and I really like it. Toyota makes the most out of their large 14-inch screen, so I really like that, all accessed from that camera button right there. Otherwise, very much like the mechanical feel to the gear selector here. 2-speed transfer case, 2 high, 4 high, 4 low. Very quick and easy to use. Tow haul mode, multi-transfer, crawl mode, all your drive modes right here. So that is a nice touch. Very nice use of space in here. Got a little bit of storage, a little bit of everywhere in this one, but we're going to go ahead and power it down. Because yes, being out here at Toyota Jamboree, a lot of people are wanting to get to spend some time with this one, and as soon as I fired it up, all eyes were absolutely on me. This being the hybrid version, the hybrid powertrain, hybrid battery is underneath here. So the non-hybrid versions of the Tacoma have perhaps the best underseat storage, but yeah, nothing doing here because that's where the battery is, and we really don't need to get back there as a typical consumer, because you don't get to store anything back here. And then talking about TRD Pro, these isodynamic seats with shocks built into them, you can adjust them. I hear they're absolutely wonderful out on the trails. Again, I cannot wait to get to do this to a Tacoma out here because of the seats. This is like the game changer. But trying to use a back seat of a Tacoma is tough as it is. Let's see what it's like for me getting behind this isodynamic seat. Okay, so I mean, I can be back here, but yeah, I don't really want to be. So this really is going to be nice padded storage for me, more than it is going to be a place for additional people to ride, even though we get some cup holders back here, some power, and some nice touches back here. No armrests, no major upgrades back here. And then taking a look at me, I'm 5'10". You can see I'm in here. I'm in here. That is about it. So yes, definitely not the strong suit of the Tacoma TRD Pro in the back seat, but that is not why you were buying this vehicle. You're buying this vehicle so that you can make it look like this. You can make memories in places like this. You can truly experience all that Toyota engineers are capable of doing and giving to you as consumers, because my goodness, it looks like somebody's had a lot of fun in this one. I cannot wait to be handed the keys to an somewhat empty Barnwell Mountain compared to what it looks like out here for Jamboree right now. But yeah, that is about it for me with this pickup truck out at Barnwell Mountain, just outside of Gilmer, Texas, Toyota Jamboree 2024. And if you liked this and want to see more from us, we've got that PreRunner on the channel. We've got a lot of Toyota content. We've got a lot of off-road content filmed right here where I actually get to drive the vehicles. Hit the subscribe button down below, ring the bell so you're notified every time a new video drops. Find us on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, you name it, all at GT Garage Talk, or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com. But as for me, with that new Tacoma in the TRD Pro, guys, out at Barnwell, until next time, gearheads, bye.